You've probably seen the headlines around the country in recent years about little kids' lemonade stands getting shut down by bureaucrats and government employees. We took issue with that. We think that's frankly rather ridiculous. And so a few years ago in Utah, we got the legislature to change the law and create a free market for kids. You probably heard about this. It was a lot of fun. Utah was the first state, and now a couple others have come on board as well. It's been a great opportunity to actually have a free market, albeit one for younger kids. As a result of that, we launched the Children's Entrepreneur Market. This is kind of a fun summertime project that we do every year, where around the state we hold these big events, kind of like a farmer's market, but run entirely by the children so that they can learn entrepreneurship through firsthand experience and let the profit motive work, so that rather than setting up a little lemonade stand on the side of the road in front of their house and having a bunch of cars drive by, we bring hundreds and hundreds of customers and foot traffic to these markets where we have around 200 or 300 kids. It's been a lot of fun to celebrate the law that we got changed, to talk about the free market, to teach entrepreneurship, but there's been a recent problem, and that problem is the tax commission. What's happening is that there's an exemption in the law right now in Utah for the sales tax if you are not engaged in a regular business. So this certainly applies to the kid who's selling lemonade, a few Saturdays during the summer in front of their house. It applies if you, say, sell something on eBay or Etsy. If it's not a regular business, you're not required to collect and remit that sales tax. What's happening, however, is the tax commission is coming after the kids in our children's entrepreneur markets, saying that they do have to pay. And the reason is that they're part of an event rather than doing it on our own. So I personally went through the entire tax code in Utah and the rules. I had my team look at it. We couldn't find anything in the law that lets the tax commission do this and remove the exemption from these kids, from these families, just because they're part of an event. It appears that all on their own, the tax commission is saying, well, if you're part of an event, we can't make a distinction as to which vendor is a regular business and which is not a regular business, so we're gonna make you all get a temporary license, we're gonna make you all get a form. So at a recent market that we had, it was very interesting to watch this government employee sitting there with these 10-year-olds telling them how to fill out these complicated tax forms. The looks on these kids' faces was actually fairly humorous, like, are you kidding me? You're making me do this? I have no idea. You're talking to me in a foreign language, right? And we think that's fundamentally unfair to be illegally, essentially, removing the exemption from these families. So it's unfortunate that we have to go up to the legislature to again change the law to make it even more explicit where the exemption is already there, but the tax commission is not allowing these kids to have these exemptions. They're claiming that if they're part of this event, suddenly that exemption goes away. And again, we're interested in making sure that we can protect and defend that free market for kids, give them an opportunity to experience entrepreneurship before the crushing weight of the bureaucratic state rests upon them. So we're going to be working on yet another bill. You'll hear about that in the upcoming session. For now, we have a few more markets, and we have them every summer. And so be sure and check out the Children's Entrepreneur Market on Facebook or Instagram. You can also go to libertasutah.org/market, and you can find when the markets are, when we're coming to your neighborhood. And stay tuned for updates on the law that we're going to try and change here in Utah.